Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carry and Cut YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below and check out our Instagram at carryandcut and our Patreon at carryandcut. Also, all the support from the Patreon are going to go directly back to the YouTube channel to buy new knives and new equipment to hopefully make the quality and the content better for you guys. So today, we have a Cjrb ekko to show you, but before that, I want to give a huge shout out to Jimmie Crowe for sending this knife in for us to take a look at. So the next few knives you're going to see in this well, I guess the next few videos you're going to see are going to be from Jimmie Crowe. So huge shout out to him. Really do appreciate all the help and support. Couldn't do without all of you fans actually. So he's not the only one that send me knives. There's multiple people that are actually sending knives into the channel for us to take a look at, and that's exactly what makes this go around. It's all about the community and you know, all the friends that are helping us out. We like to help each other out. So if there's anybody out there that would like to see some knives, you know, shown here on the channel, you know, I like to look at them, review them, carry them very lightly. Also like to do disassemblies and all that kind of stuff on them. You know, feel more than welcome, you can reach out to me in the comment section. I can, you know, give you an email. We can discuss things from there. But if you'd like to, that's definitely an option. So, Cjrb ekko. This is a pretty cool knife. You got micarta on the handles. Top, or I guess it's a front flipper knife. This thing is sweet. Check this thing out. So we have AR RPM 9 powder metal steel. And of course, if you guys aren't familiar with that, that is Cjrb's, you know, own proprietary powder metal. So it's, you know, a nice steel that gets you in, you know, a pretty, I want to say high quality, but it's definitely good stuff for the price. So to get into a budget steel for, you know, the low price of a budget knife, and then, you know, but you're getting powder metal steel, so, you know, that's really good, you know, tighter grain, finer grain structure, all the good stuff that you would, you know, get from a powder metal. So definitely cool to see that they're able to hit that nice price point. And I think this knife is actually $59. I think I'm going to have a link down in the description below. If you guys would like to take a look at my links in the description, it does help the channel out. You definitely don't have to click them or anything like that if you don't want to, but it's definitely pretty cool. So I'm going to have this link down below. Also, there's the two methods of deployment. I guess you could really go three. If you're going to go your thumb flick, top flipper, and then you can get that reverse flick too. So that's definitely awesome. That's almost my favorite one, is that reverse flick. This thing has an awesome detent, and it's tuned very well. This thing just rockets out. So micarta on the handles, steel liner lock. You have a flush mounted clip with inset screws. Well, there's almost two of them, are going to be different in there, but these are definitely flush mounted screws and a flush mounted clip, steel deep carry clip. So that's definitely pretty cool to see. Love that. And so let's go ahead and get some specs on this. And I also wanted to forget, this is their first collaboration with Ray Laconco. So Ray Laconco, he is a very well-known designer in the knife industry, knife world, and all of his work is pretty good. You know, I'm definitely a big fan of his. Love to see all of his stuff. Another interesting tip about this knife, you do have some nice useful jimping down here at the bottom before it exits out past the liner or the scale. So that's definitely cool. You know, give you a nice nice hold on the knife, a little bit of traction. It's not the most useful, but it's still pretty good. You know, for the $59 you're going to be paying for this, you really can't beat it. So definitely like it. Let's go ahead and get some measurements, if you will. Let's do that. So overall length, we're looking at from tip to butt right at 7.5 inches. Blade length is coming in at 3 1/4 ish. Actual sharpened edge is almost 3 1/8, so that's pretty good. How about closed length? Our blade does stick out a little further than the scale here, so we're looking at right at I'd say 4 1/4, maybe 4 1/3, just a little bit over that. So still a pretty good size. Let's go ahead and get the scale out. Of course, this is the real MVP of the channel here, Mrs. Carryandcut's kitchen scale, which she still does not have a new one yet. So working on that. I don't know how she hasn't bought one. I keep telling her to, because I don't want to give it up. So we're looking at 3.6 ounces. So definitely not the lightest knife in the world, but I am cool with that. You can't even really tell. I'm not a big guy on the whole, you know, inch per ounce or whatever you want to call it, ounce per inch or whatever it is. So let's do some size comparisons. How about up against the Delica 4? It's definitely a little bit bigger than that. It's a pretty good comparison though. How about up the QSP Penguin? That's a pretty good one right there. I feel like that's a pretty good knife a lot of people have. And then how about, these are all Jimmie's knives by the way, so all the comparisons are going to be going off his stuff. How about the Spyderco Andella? This is definitely going to be one that's bigger than that one. Not by a whole lot though. It's still, this is actually, a full-size knife too, so I didn't know if I mentioned that before, but when I had the roller out, this is definitely a full-size knife. And then how about let's do one more. Let's go with this other Civivi. I think this is was the Hadros. So if you guys are familiar with this one, which I am not, this is the first time I've ever seen this knife, so definitely pretty cool. We're looking pretty much right about the same size there. So look out for the review coming on this one too. But we have a high, it's definitely a high flat grind on the Wharncliffe blade. Nice little swedge up here to reduce drag when you're doing your cuts. And of course your finger hole. This thing is pretty sweet. Overall, I'm impressed with this one. This is the only other Cjrb knife that I have handled was the Hectare, and I wasn't really too impressed with that one. They really nailed the finger hole on this one, at least the access to it. So that's a big deal for me. If they're going to put that on there, I really hope that they can give you access to use the finger hole in the first place. So that was definitely a big gripe with me with the Hectare. Of course, it was the crossbar lock, so you can kind of just flick it out if you want to, but that is a big thing with me. If you're going to put it there, at least let us get our finger in there to work on it, and this is definitely good for them. Carry profile, this thing is definitely a little thicker than, it's pretty good size, especially because the blade has, so much sticking out of the handle. So if you're looking at it against the Penguin, I guess it's not too much different than the Penguin. Pretty similar in size of that nature, but overall, definitely sweet. I approve of this one. Like I said, I'll have this link down in the description below, and please check it out. This thing is awesome. I definitely am thoroughly impressed with this one. I would not be afraid to pick it up, and for the $59 that it is, you really can't beat it. So, alright, stay tuned on the next one. We're going to be doing disassembly and maintenance video on this one, so hope you guys are ready for that one. Thank you.